Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley here, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I added these super cute Starburst decals to the girls' wall to create a simple statement wall. Alright, so if you've been following along, I have been making over the girls' room. This was the first video that I'm sharing right here, just some clips of it. If you want to watch the full thing, I will have it linked down below. But I shared how I painted their walls this blue color, which turned out to be a really cute blue color, and then added scallops to the top of their walls. So now I am going to be adding the decals to the top part of their wall. Okay, so these are the decals that I'm going to be using. So I totally could have created these myself with my Cricut machine, but I ended up actually going on Etsy and I found some of these decals. They are basically just transfers that I'm going to be adding to the wall, and I will have them linked down below. The color that I'm using is gold. I think it's like gold, metallic gold or something, like gold metallic, whatever. It's a metallic gold. Really pretty. This shop that I shop from is a very affordable shop with how many decals you get, and they are good quality decals, I should say. So anyways, as you can see now, I am adding these to the wall. So I'm using my good old laser level. Almost all of the projects that I do moving forward, y'all, I will be using this laser level. I have used it for most of the things now. Before I added these decals to the wall, I'm just taking some tape and I'm going to be adding the decals on top of the laser to make sure they're nice and straight. And then I'm also using my ruler to make sure that the space between each of them is the same. So I honestly don't remember how far apart I have these, but I will go upstairs and measure and I'll have that information down below for you. But I'm pretty sure there's a name to this pattern, but as you can see, I have my first row done, and then the next row is going to be in between the first row, and then that next third row is going to be aligned with the very first row, and I did this all the way up the wall. Okay, so now that I got the bottom part of the Starburst nice and lined up, now it was time for me to work on this slanted portion here. This, let me tell you right now, I already knew my neck was gonna be killing me, and it did. But it was well worth it because I really needed to go up this slant part with the Starburst, and that is exactly what I did. Okay, so once I got my placement down packed and everything looked good, I then began to add the decals to the wall. So as you can see here, this was my first method, and this is a way that you could do it. I was literally just cutting up, adding it to one side and then sliding it over, and then adding my Starburst. And then I started coming up with different faster ways to do this, so you can kind of probably see that throughout the video, but you'll just find ways to just go ahead and put your decals up there. Again, if you have a Cricut machine, you can make these decals yourself. So these particular decals that I got, they're the permanent decals, so once you stick them on your wall, more than likely you're not going to be able to take them off and like rearrange them and move them. So you want to be aware of that if you are looking for these type of decals and you like these decals, these looks, just keep in mind that these are not removable decals. And again, if you do have a Cricut machine or any other machine that cuts out vinyl, you can definitely make these removable. So again, as I mentioned, the hardest part of this project had to be this slanted part here. So it's basically, so it's like the wall, but it's like the ceiling too, and it's so weird. It's like at an angle, and it just really hurt my back and my neck, but I had to do it because I knew that it was gonna look so good when I was finished. So through all of the pain and torture, I was so happy with the end results that we were going to be getting to very shortly. Alright, so the last thing I did for the wall here was I just added some pictures just for right now. So these pictures I did get from Etsy. So all the shops that I purchased stuff from, I will have it down below. So I'm just adding these to that little top center portion, technically, of the wall. So I love how this turned out. This is the only wall in the room that has the Starburst decals, and it just makes for a great statement wall in their room. These decals were so easy to add to the wall. I just love the character that it adds to the room. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow along as I make over their room, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.